All right, guys, we are in 2025. That means we are going to share the latest and the greatest new tools to help you guarantee that you actually make more money or save you time, which makes you more money, right? So in this video, we're gonna be going over the latest new Etsy print-on-demand tools that are gonna do exactly that for you. So let's get into it. It's good practices to get accustomed to using tools to help you scale your business or help you run your business more efficiently. That is what tools do. And of course, we only share things on this channel that we actually use or truly vouch for that actually bring you value. So with that being said, the first tool that I'm really excited about is a new tool that just launched about 2 months ago. And this tool is called Simply Listed. Simply Listed is saving sellers a bunch of time every single week. So one of the most painful things with print on demand is that you're launching listings all the time and you need to, as you're making new designs, you have to place those designs on your mockups. So what Simply Listed does, it does it in bulk. So you don't, every time you launch a new listing, you don't have to manually drag and drop your designs on your mockups. You can do it in bulk. And I actually have Cassie here today to give you a first-hand look at how this is gonna work. All right, so welcome, Cassie.
All right, here is Simply Listed. So we have two amazing features. The first is the mockup automation feature that I'll show you just a super quick demo of. So how it works is you will bring your very own mockups that you purchased from, Etsy or create yourself, and you'll one time come in and create a template. So a template is just how you would use, say, Canva. If you make your mockup, it's in Canva now. You'd upload all of your different images of the shirts. But it's a little bit different in that you upload a print area to tell me where the design is going to go. You'll even tag what color, say, the shirt is, and you'll save your templates. I do have full tutorials on that. But the really amazing thing is instead of having to make your mockups one by one, now that you've built a template here in Simply Listed, all you have to do to create your mockups is click this button and find whatever mockups you want to make mockups for. Right now, this one's pulling from Printify. Click as many as you want. You can have it create videos for you as well and just click create mockups. So now in just a few seconds, it's going to make 6 or 7 mockups, up to 10 for each one of those designs that I selected in Printify. Now, right now, we are only connected with Printify. So we'll pull your Printify designs and put them on the mockups for you. But in the next week or two, we are releasing the custom version of our software where you will be able to make custom mockups for digital downloads, products other than Printify, group mockups, anything at all. And the best part is, even if you have designs that are, say, like black on the sand color and white on the brown color, we'll pull the correct color from Printify for you. So here you can see in just a few seconds, it added that design to all of them. It'll even put it behind like the necklace, whatever you need it to do. And so that is just going to save you so much time. I know mockups take me so much time in my business. I'm super excited to share this tool with you guys. The other piece of Simply Listed that saves you tons and tons of time is our SKU linking feature. So this is specifically for the Printify users out there. If you are running multi-item listings, so let's say you're offering a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a long sleeve shirt, kids shirts, all in one listing. When you make that on Etsy, it's not connected to Printify until all the SKU numbers from Printify are in there. So this will actually grab your Printify products for you and actually grab those SKU numbers and connect it to Etsy. So I'll just show you super fast. You'd say I have an adult shirt, a youth shirt, a toddler shirt, and a baby bodysuit. And I want to connect it to this Etsy listing. So it'll pull up my Etsy listings right now, and I'll show you that Etsy listing over here. So here's the Etsy listing right now with no SKU numbers in it. So nothing's connected to Printify. But once we come back over here and select this Etsy listing, all you have to do is one by one select, okay, this adult shirt goes to the unisex adult example, and so on. So this is the toddler shirt, this is the baby bodysuit, and click continue. And it's going to copy these probably 300-400 SKU numbers over into Etsy. So let me just do a quick refresh. And now you can see all of the SKU numbers have been copied over into this listing, but it will turn off any that don't come in that color. So like if the toddler shirt doesn't come in white, it'll turn off those variations. And so this can be a game changer in offering multi-item listings and group listings in your store.
Okay, so just to back up here, the reason that on the second one, just as someone that would be amateur for me, so I repeat back what I think you're saying here. So on Etsy, it's super valuable to have, like, instead of just selling one type of shirt or blank, which would be the unisex t-shirt, it's super valuable to also have a long sleeve and a baby onesie. And basically before this tool, people were just making their listings, but not linking it to Printify. So every time you got an order, you had to go and manually fulfill it. But now with this SKU linking feature, right, you can do your automatic fulfillment, basically, correct?
Correct, exactly. It was a lot more of an in-depth process to be able to offer those multi-item listings, and now it will be fully automated. So you could connect those when it sells for the first time, or you could connect that when you actually create the listing right in the beginning, since you would just have to upload the designs to Printify, and you saw how quick it was to copy and paste all of those SKU numbers. So it will be a game changer. I did have a video on my channel where I actually analyzed the top 100 stores that opened in 2024 and sold clothing. And the vast majority of them were using multi-item listings. And so I do think that is going to be a huge strategy to try in your store in 2025.
That is amazing. I'm really excited for you guys to try out Simply Listed. The link for this is going to be in the description. The second tool that we're going to be sharing with you guys is Profit Tree. Profit Tree is the first and only automated profit tracking solution for print-on-demand sellers and handmade sellers, to be honest. The first core functionality of Profit Tree is COGS management. So when you're scaling your Etsy business with Etsy ads, you really shouldn't turn on Etsy ads if you don't have a holistic picture of your Etsy shop like this, right? So here's a picture of a pie chart. What you need to know before you start investing in marketing for your business is how much money is left over in this pie chart that you can even allocate to Etsy ads. This is your profit percentage before marketing. Truthfully, every serious seller should be getting their Etsy ads budget to the max, but not just wasting money, right? Giving Etsy $1 and ensuring that they're getting that $6, $7, $8 back on every dollar spent. Because if you were giving Etsy $1 and you're getting back $10 every time, right, then you would feel very confident in giving Etsy $10,000 a day if you knew that you were going to get back $100,000, right? And now with this tool, you're actually able to see that happening, because if you're giving Etsy one of your listings $1 and you can see the profit that's happening on the back end of those dollars, then you can feel confident about increasing your ad budget. Fundamentally, every business, every Etsy seller should be investing in marketing for business, because it's not only going to at minimum double your revenue and at minimum increase your profit by 25%. At least that's the worst that I've ever seen in any Etsy account if you're doing it properly, right? But the problem is if you don't know your numbers like this and have a relationship with your business that's truly honest, where you know where you're at the end of the month, it's really hard to justify and then investing in another huge variable expense that is marketing when you don't even know how much money you have left over to allocate. For print-on-demand sellers, it's really important that you're keeping your marketing cost percentage, or this piece of the pie here, less than about 12%, because your profit margins before marketing in general, can't speak for all print-on-demand sellers, is around 35%. So that means that if you still want to clear a healthy profit, you need to keep this ad cost percentage less than, say, 12%, ideally under 10%. And the way that you do this, and what Profit Tree allows you to see, is something called your ad cost percentage, right? And so this can be found in their advertisement tab, and this shows you the only metric that actually matters when running your ads, which is tacos. Tacos is your total advertising cost of sale. And essentially, if your goal is to keep your ad cost percentage for your shop under 10%, so you can be still clearing a healthy 20% plus profit, all you need to do is turn off the listings that aren't hitting your target tacos that you see here. And now with this tool, it makes it very black and white. You know that every dollar going into your ads, it's ensuring that every dollar that you put into your ads is giving to only the listings that are hitting your target profit or actually yielding you the best return. And you do this again by looking at that ad cost percentage, and your ad cost percentage is just what you spent against your total sales. And if you know that holistically for all of your shirts, that tacos percentage needs to be less than 12%, then you would just turn off any listings that haven't hit your target tacos in a good amount of time. And the reason why ROAS and return on ad spend inside of your Etsy ads account is not useful is because ROAS is really misleading. It's not giving you a full picture of how your listing is performing. So every click that's going in, what is the outcome of all of those clicks, right? Profitry is showing that in that tacos percentage because the total sales column here is truly representation of all of the revenue that came out of that click, right? Whereas in your Etsy dashboard, in your Etsy marketing dashboard, it's just showing you the revenue from the ad. It's not showing you the total amount of revenue that was made from every click that happened on that listing. And so ROAS a lot of times can look really bad, especially in print on demand or low ticket spaces like digital downloads, right? But when you analyze tacos, your tacos is actually really healthy. Guys, I have a full free Etsy ads masterclass below this video that goes way more in depth on Etsy ads. It's a full masterclass that you guys can check out. And finally, guys, the last tool that I want to share with you is a tool called Hello Custom. Hello Custom is a personalization automation tool. So similar to Simply Listed, Hello Custom is saving sellers so much time because essentially every print on demand seller should do personalization if you're trying to compete on the highest level, right? Even if you have a successful shop that doesn't offer personalization on your top listings will increase your sales, directly increase your sales. And so we actually have Steven here from Hello Custom to show you a little demo of how this actually works. Before, you basically would have to do every personalization request, you would have to go manually recreate that design and then put it into Printify and then manually fulfill the order. Chucks, come here. Look at this dog. Are you crying? Why are you such a crybaby? Chucks, look at me. Why are you crying? Chucks, stop crying. But without further ado, let's welcome Steven to show you how this works.
If you are selling print products on Etsy and not leveraging personalization, it's definitely almost a must, especially as we go into 2025, as the competition continues to grow. Again, we're all selling on the same marketplace, on the same products from the same print providers. It's almost impossible to stand above the competition beyond the design. And the easiest way to do that is to elevate your design with a small layer of personalization, where Hello Custom is probably the easiest tool to use to fully automate that for you. So what I wanted to do is give you guys a quick demo of Hello Custom to kind of show that you're able to set up a template and automate personalization within a couple of minutes. It's not scary, it's not complicated. You're able to use Hello Custom with no design skills, no tech skills. We try to make this as simple and as easy as possible. So the first thing with Hello Custom is we don't force you to use our tool to create the design. So if you love using Canva to create your design, you can still create your designs inside of Canva. Just upload the design as a PDF into Hello Custom. So assuming that you already have your design, once you create your Hello Custom account, you go to your templates tab here, click on to add template, where you're able to upload that PDF here. So I'm going to go ahead and select a quick PDF, where Hello Custom is going to take that PDF and we're going to convert that back into an editable template inside of Hello Custom as if you created the design in our platform to begin with. This takes about 5 to 7 seconds to do. All right, perfect. As you can see, Hello Custom was able to take this PDF, upload it into our system, and convert it back into an editable template inside of Hello Custom with all of the layers. To create the templates of Hello Custom, you only have to do 3 things. The first one is to give the template a title. For example, a nurse shirt. This is for internal purposes only. The next thing that you need to do is tell Hello Custom what product on Etsy does this graphic belong to. You'll do that by clicking onto product variants, where Etsy will pull in all of your Etsy products sorted by active, inactive, or draft. You will select the product, where we will then display all of the variations for that product. For some designs, maybe you have a white version of the graphic and a dark version of the graphic. So you can select and deselect different variations. But essentially, when this SKU sells on Etsy, use this graphic. So I'm just going to leave them all selected for now. The last thing that you need to do is just tell Hello Custom what inside of this graphic needs to be personalized. So in this example, we have a name element here and a date element here. What we'll do is we'll click onto the name element, and we're going to tag this as name. Our tag section here is you telling our AI what this is. So it can be anything. It can be a name, date, address. It can be a profession, team number, teacher name, student name, whatever it is. You just tell the AI what it is. And when there is that personalization request on Etsy, it'll look for that and plug it into this text element here. Next, I'm going to tag this one as date. And that is it. In this example, I'm actually needing to make the background transparent because this is going to go onto a t-shirt and we do not want that white box behind the graphic. So essentially it takes about 1 minute to create a template. Once done, we'll go ahead and publish this as active. Now, whenever those SKUs sell on this Etsy account, Hello Custom will know which graphic to use and what to personalize inside of that graphic. So as you can see, it is now published as active. So once that sells onto Etsy, Hello Custom again will personalize that graphic and we will display it for your approval in our approval queue here. AI is not perfect, so that's kind of why we need human approval. What we have on our approval cards is a thumbnail of the personalized graphics side by side with the Etsy order information. You're able to see the Etsy product, the quantity, the variations that they ordered, and what they actually typed in. In this case, she typed in, can the name be Samantha and the date be 2025. Hello Custom took that order, took that personalization, and personalized the graphic as such. As you can see, it's the correct personalization in the correct spots with the correct font color and placement. And when everything looks correct, all you have to do is click approve, and that order will then go over to your print provider for fulfillment. That's it, as simple as that. We do one thing, we do it really well. Again, try to make personalization as simple and as easy as possible.
That is awesome. And so the alternative to this, guys, if you are new to print on demand, is essentially you would have to go every single time you get a personalized order like that, you would have to go into Canva, recreate the actual design, export that design, and then upload that into Printify. With this, you get the personalization request, you click approve, or you take 2 seconds to just slightly edit it. If the person typed it in super weird or something like that. I hope that everyone goes and checks out Hello Custom. We'll put the link in the description, and hopefully we'll have you back on here soon.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Overall, guys, these are the latest tools that have just come to market. Obviously, there's other tools out there that we use like Canva and eRank and GPT, right? But these are just the new tools that have just come to market. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you want to try out any of these tools, the links are going to be down below.